make a mistake by defensive play.
Yeah.
And, attempts to find your habits, eventually kind of goes through these things, but they're not done by approaching. Things you won't see from G-XTREME typically, raw up airs on approaches, but, if you see some others, it's one of those ways that they really put in your face, like, watch out, I'm coming for you, I'm here. And also, it's versus Ness. Typically, Pikachu versus Ness, not the best. He's gone back and forth with Tony Pajamas.
Yeah.
Okay. He also does to do so.
Yeah, I was about to ask about his set records with Tony.
Yeah, they've gone back and forth, and even with the Pikachu, but at some point, before G-XTREME took a little break, it mainly was with the Steve.
Yeah.
And at least like sprinkling in the Pika in and just going back and forth.
So
from
what I've been told, he dropped a Steve.
I cannot confirm or deny, but I'm pretty sure.
From what I've been told.
Not seen
Rumor has it.
Rumor has it.
Word through rumor has it. Ooh, rumor. We're like dating or so.
Yeah. I think that, probably something that's Chris favored. I mean, that's what the seeding says.
Yeah.
At the very least. But, G-XTREME is also a player who's extremely good at watching VODs before set and replicating that playstyle. So maybe he watched a set from ESAM or Shining Mark and was able to kind of replicate that.
Maybe.
Here.
I feel like if you watch the ESAM set, he just watched a brawler.
Yeah, it's watch him go brawler, dude. You never know. Yeah. Starting FD, I like this. I don't really like giving Ness platforms.
Okay.
Pikachu's kind of able to get a lot of different landings.
Well, let me tell you this about PkChris. He loves FD.
Yeah, I don't doubt. I mean, there's a reason it's open.
Yeah. So, finds it to be one of his more favorite stages. He even took Link here, as if you saw the beginning of the set, and won. So,
for sure. Now, the one thing that's going to be really difficult, of course, is the up B from Pikachu, the quick attacks. They're not as free as they are for most other characters. You're going to be able to trade with the back air, with the nair from Ness, and you're going to be able to end stocks like that.
All right, let's see how can PkChris land and just do a fair. But G-XTREME managed to tack on a lot of damage through the juggles right there. Yeah, and that's where we see G-XTREME starting to get advantage. Oh, Magnet into Bear, unfortunate. But yeah, G-XTREME has been getting a lot of advantage through juggles. But the big problem with Pikachu is closing out stocks. And right there, almost closing it out right there, but not just much. Going off,
really
bounce.
Jump, but that's an effect. Normally would for most other Ness players, they'd be done. PkChris, one of a different caliber in all his zones, able to come back, and these side magnets have been putting a big damper in G-XTREME's advantage state. And, and if you're not used to that quick little tempo shift, and it's not that laggy, it makes a big problem, especially when you're trying to finish these stocks. PkChris isn't giving him much time, space, or anything, and he's looking to even take the next one. I mean, we're pretty much approaching that. If he gets grabbed in this corner.
And it's crazy, you guys do not have a Ness of this caliber in your region. Yeah. I know you guys did talk about Tony Pajamas, but PkChris definitely a lot faster and more decisive with the decision making.
For sure. I mean, the aggression that we see put on, we don't, like, he actually uses PK Fire a lot less, I would say. And these side magnet combos that we'll see, it's the patented aggression that Chris has.
Yeah.
That what separates him from the rest.
Okay, S-Smash not going to do it right there. Dash attack, though, going to close it out. Hindsight, that shit got buff, man.
Don't ask me why. I don't agree with it.
I wasn't asking why. I just wanted to put it out there for the people to know.
And Chris just immediately throwing out, hey, listen, if you're going to go for a Thunder, it's not going to work. And that's one of the few ways that Pikachu are able to kill when a character's that high up. The only thing else I can think of is maybe like he's going for a quick attack upwards. It could work, and I have seen it before. But either way, G-XTREME is on his last stock, is attempting to get something started.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes.
All right. We were seeing the Thunder loops right there. Or lightning loops.
Yeah, whatever they're called. Loop of some form,
Yeah.
But Chris is just managing to land, and I think that's, the biggest problem, right? When Chris gets something going, it's scary.
Yeah.
And Chris does not seem scared at all when G-XTREME starts to get something started.
Yeah, a Ness with no fear is scary.
Yeah, for sure. the confidence that comes with that kind of stuff, especially when you're playing against another light character like Pikachu. I mean, this is back throw first time for sure. Something that we haven't seen Chris do all set.
Yeah. He hasn't been fishing for a lot of grabs. You've been seeing
This is
do
for sure.
just do quick magnet cancels. So every time a T-Jolt has come out, it's just been healing Chris. And it just kind of hurts Pikachu's advantage or like an ability to play in neutral. We see normally do see Pikachu's like throwing out T-Jolts to control the neutral, but not in this case.
Yeah, you're just not allowed to. Losing such an important option as T-Jolt, you know, full hop T-Jolt, double jump into T-Jolt.
Yeah.
Watch your conditioning literally being based on how they react to T-Jolt, completely negated just by the fact that side magnet is, you know, the side magnet cancels that we see from him
Yeah.
are just on point. He's extremely ready to just go in, out, and manages to get that grab and finish that first game.
He has all his options covered, essentially.
This is looking pretty rough for G-XTREME. I mean, he's going to have to figure out a different sort of game plan, like I was saying, to try to like get these approaches, maybe try to convert instead of getting these conversions upward, maybe try to go for something off stage and hope that he can kind of go for an edge guard instead.
Yo, okay, Chris just played the theme song.
Is this his theme song?
This is the group's theme song.
Okay.
Found this I found this a bit before collision, but the song's a banger.
Yeah. I Fatal Fury 2. Got some crazy soundtracks. Definitely one of the blessings from stuff like Small Battlefield is being able to play any song. We're going into this. I like the PS2 pick. You know, maybe the platforms, like you said, PkChris likes having FD.
Yeah. Oh, great tech right there. But yeah, the platforms definitely do help. But Chris is no stranger to playing on platforms either.
For sure. I mean, Ness has that, you know, patented PK fire on plat into mix situation. But PK fire is also becoming a lot more troublesome on the ground too. No thunder coming out. Being conditioned to scared to kind of go for that conversion, even though Chris left out an opening.
Oh, fair. Not gonna end it. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I like G-XTREME's ability to cover neutral get up a lot. He calls out a lot of people, okay, a bit too early on the ledge trap and showed his hand. So if people were taking note of G-XTREME, G-XTREME loves to ledge trump a lot more than other people that you may play in brackets. So, and he would ledge trump bear and just end the stock super early.
Yeah, go. Oh.
And
Not
that might
able
be
to
a,
get that quick attack. I mean, I like the aggression on that attempted dare, even if it missed, followed up with a thunder.
yeah.
And he's trying to get, you know, the follow-up, the rebuttal from that SD. But Pikachu's moves, I mean, they're not always going to kill. You haven't seen him land a good enough dash attack to finish it. And just whistle in there.
Okay, got him tagged. F tilt.
Some good patience. And he even goes for the taunt, trying to, you know, get something going for him.
Yeah.
Playing around in neutral, I like the double jump and immediate fade back. And I see him waiting a lot more for Chris. However, Chris, no stranger again to this aggression, to these platform lanes after seeing these wave lands.
Yeah.
Expertly done.
All right, G-XTREME back into the corner, but not a lot of percent. And we saw right there, back at 0. This does not look fun for Pikachu. Hindsight.
This is one of those matchups I you know, personally knowing G-XTREME that he is not necessarily a fan of. Definitely something that Steve would kind of be his answer to. But you know, at this point, without it,
Yeah.
he's coming up with his own solutions, and we're starting to see a glimpse of that as this game's starting to even up on this game too.
Yeah. Tried to get the platform tech chase, but the up tilt was going to convert, but G-XTREME does not get the full conversion and drops it. 79% on G-XTREME. Taking a back air right there. What's the ledge drop? Oh my gosh.
He continues the aggression. I mean, he's not holding anything back here, and he seemed extremely confident. I mean, you have to be if you go for PK fire twice, right?
Yeah.
Now, a big thing that we're seeing too is I was mentioning earlier the T-jolts is typically how we'll see some players conditioned. You know, with platforms, you give Ness an opportunity to do so with PK Fire. And the way that G-XTREME has been responding to that hasn't been the best for him.
Yeah, no, this has not been the best.
That overshoot, he's in his head. At least a little bit, you know? At least a little bit. And covering these Thunder options, he's not able to get it started, but...
Messed up.
Oh my god.
The pressure.
It's crazy.
It's up air, into nair, into down tilt, into grab, back
Got
throw.
the side magnet mixed in there too.
Yeah.
I mean, you just weren't sure. He was relentless. And that's the only word to kind of really show. And this is why I'm not a fan of platforms with Ness. Okay?
Yeah.
Like you're in, and they're going right back. That's on the. I mean, is it a bad decision? I don't know.
Oh my god, he's back!
That's why I said I wasn't sure. That's why I said I wasn't sure. I can't really see how much he's been taxing Steve. All right, but we'll see. And starting off, I do think this is a good matchup. As a lot of matchups are for Steve. But I mean, when you start your own table, I mean that's a match. There's a lot that are gonna start going away.
Yeah. All right, but Chris did beat the other Steve in bracket.
Yeah, Antimony.
Antimony.
I do think that similar to his Pikachu, it is more defensive. And that comes with being more disciplined and, you know, kind of putting these blocks out. That's, you know, a very big difference between those two. And we're going to see a lot of camping.
Yeah.
Forcing PkChris to make a tough decision.
Yeah. So definitely from the Ling school of thought right here. Just trying to play hidden patience, hit and run. Okay.
Yeah, and no steal, able to kind of go down with either, what was that, might have been a down air, but he does have a diamond on deck. Hasn't been opting out to use it. But at least getting something started as he's trying to come back. A little bit of a lead, but PkChris is able to kind of net these.
Yeah.
We've seen it time and time again. These typical bears kind of coming out.
All right. Yeah. Backer up smash that shit.
That's the punish we're looking for. Chris not able to kill the table, and a diamond's going to be built, but at what cost?
Yeah. And unfortunately getting the star KO, giving Steve more time to mine.
For sure, and this is one of those stages too where double block is disgusting. But so are these magnet combos. This shouldn't be a kill, especially when you have the iron that he does. The ability, him going for the double cart was also pretty good awareness. Forcing PkChris to kind of like think that he has to swing and just barely able to kind of get back. This is a completely even game off that conversion as well.
All right. But yeah, Chris thought he had momentum there and just suddenly lost it. So with the ability of G-XTREME able to come back.
Yeah, going somewhere else at this point in time, and this is your last game. At least he's able to get some iron for it. He's attempting to get the materials needed to you know, start to mount this comeback. I mean, it's still pretty even. There's still an opportunity. Even S-Smash probably finishes it here. But PkChris on this conversion.
He is going off.
Table gone. Gold in hand, potentially, if he wants to go for it. I mean, Diamond is coming up soon, but Chris not giving him any space to mine. And with his deficit, G-XTREME really wants to make sure that he kind of gets something going for him.
All right.
Tool. Yeah, at this point, he does have the diamond availability and is able to kind of get one going.
Yeah. Okay. Respecting the PK Thunder. And 60% from one conversion.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's definitely the power of this character really coming into full effect. But Ness also able to net out some crazy stuff of his own. Gonna get punished. Wow, this is a close game.
Yeah. Oh.
And even off the tech, G-XTREME following that masterfully is not able to get the bait. However, in that back throw, that should be it.
Yeah.
I mean, that game was definitely closer than the first two. I mean, That's Pika is not necessarily a favorable matchup.
Yeah.
But either way, Chris, a phenomenal player, and he's going to continue his way forward.
Yeah.